disaster rises once again. But we begin with the wet, windy start of the weekend. We thank you for joining us at 11. I'm David Usher.
I'm Natalie Pascal.
Good evening, everyone. How's everybody doing? This is Mr. Hurry on Shoot the Breeze. Yeah, I'm back again, people. Yeah, I'm giving a little bit of info on what happened to me, why I haven't been making a lot of content so long. So sit back, relax, and just chill out, and we'll start the talk. Okay, just putting stuff in the chat. I'm saying hello, everyone.
Say after 2 a.m. or so. In the city, we'll see steady, if not heavy rain during the overnight. That snow staying well to our north. Look at that.
And I'm going to put in my my channel, so everybody knows my channel and everything.
Westchester, maybe western Bourbon County, as we go into the early part of tomorrow morning. We will talk about what to expect as the rain stops. The rest of the weekend forecast that's coming up in a few minutes. Okay, Matt, thank you.
Yes, hold up. Just gotta check something out. Yeah.
Missing pieces of the helicopter that crashed into the Hudson River Thursday, killing all 6 people on board. We got our first look today at the victims, a family of
Mr. Hurry. Yes, ma'am.
All now identified as the NTSB continues to piece together the cause of the crash. We have team coverage tonight on the aftermath of the tragedy, starting with News Corps checking back.
And yes, how everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing well. Everybody's doing great. Everybody's having a good time, hanging out, whatnot. Yeah, so now I'm here right now, just chilling. I finished all my work, all my schoolwork, that is. I was chatting with ex-co-worker of mine from another job I was doing a long time ago, back in the 90s, like early 2000s and stuff like that. So yeah. Now the question is, why haven't I been doing any more content in so long? It's because that I've been 2 weeks ago, I went to Delaware for a baby shower, and I stayed out there for a while, like over like 3 days. Then we came back. Then 2 days. Came back Sunday. Then we went back. Then everybody started to get sick in the house. First me, then my kids, and my fiance. She got sick a little bit. So, and then I was back up on my work and everything, so I had to rush and get all my work on. So that's why I haven't been doing no content. But like I said, I'm doing this from 11 to 12, and I was back on a lot of work, so I was just doing a lot of catch up. So yeah, so now I'm not doing no catch up. I got everything done. Everybody's feeling well. Everybody's feeling happy. Everybody's feeling great. So I'm just right now just chilling, hanging out, watching TV. Got my water here. Just take one or two gulps.
The safety and well-being of our passengers and crew has always been the cornerstone of our operation. Our immediate
3 gulps.
Families and their loved ones affected by this tragedy.
Yeah.
But Mayor Steve Phillips
So I was talking to my brother today, just catching up. So he showed me his new that boy. I like my brother so much. I love him. I love my brother so much. Stuff like that. He's good. He was showing me his new comic book box and stuff like that. I'm like, I gotta get it to myself. I forgot where because if people have noticed, we used to have a lot in Brooklyn. There used to be a lot of comic book shops. It's like they're almost gone. I know one on near the B41 and the last stop on the, I think, 2 train. It's right around there. I forgot. Like Fulton's? No, like going toward the, because I remember a friend of mine that used to live. I take the 41, go all the way. After 41, I think it was another bus. Because the 41 goes all the way down to King's Plaza. I was on taking another bus, going someplace else. Going to Ocean Avenue and Avenue I think. Yeah, a good friend of mine. She passed away a while ago. Bless her soul. She was a good friend. But anyway, there used to be a comic shop, Bulletproof. That's what it was called Bulletproof. I don't know if it's still there or not. I hope it is. Cause I would like to go out there one day. Cause I was telling my brother about the new DC Ultimate Universe. It's like it's like the new universe back in the 90s. Marvel had Marvel New Universe with all these new characters. They weren't called mutants though. For instance, and the new universe comic, I still got some of them. I think I got like 1 or 2 or 3 issues of them. The first ones I got was DP7. Then I got Justice. Then I got Star Brand. And I think I got another. No, I'm thinking about Milestone Comics right now. But no. Cyforce. I had Cyforce. I got one comic book of Cyforce, 2, 3 comic books of, I think, Justice. 2 or 3 comic books of Justice. 1 comic book of the Star Brand. 3 or 4 comic books, 4 or 5 comic books of DP7. Now, DP7 means Displaced Paranormal 7. So there was 7 characters in this group. I think I should know all of them by heart, but some of them escaped me. And some of them transferred over to the main Marvel universe. So some people don't know that. Like this character that changed every 24 hours, he changes, he just mutates to some type of different animal. He was on DP7. There was another guy on there named Dirty Ghost, Mastodon. He was the counterpart of the Hulk. He was just a big brute. He had like hair, and like his hair was bald on the top and hair all the way down. He looked like a lump. Like if you give him a lumberjack, he looked like Paul Bunyan brother or something like that. He was just a big, massive man, really strong. He was a mixture of the Hulk and I could say it like this. He was a mixture of the Hulk and the Thing. That's how good he was. That's how big he was. His name was Mastodon. Mastodon was massive. And there was another character, Dirty Ghost. Now, the picture of Dirty Ghost is that Dirty Ghost was a character. He was a character on. He's a character that puts you in the mind of the main mind youth. What's the kid's name? Black Spot. That's what he is. Black Spot. He puts you in the mind of Black Spot.
Tonight we're learning new details about a horrific, deadly crash that happened yesterday in Morris
He put you.
New Jersey. 4 people,
He put you in the mind of Black Spot.
Intersection of Route 10 and Millbrook Avenue in Randolph, which was right around
And
yesterday afternoon. We understand one of the vehicles was a school van carrying students with special needs. A witness told News 4.
And he's like very. He had one ghost in him. And he was very, very powerful.
Again, 3 of the people killed were in the van, including a driver, an aide, a 4-year-old student. We're told there was one other student in the van.
He was very, very,
who escaped with just
very
one
powerful
bruise.
person. Very powerful.
His mother said she's shaken up and sad for the families of the people who lost their lives.
And he was just, nah, he wasn't that powerful. It was like, damn. I'm trying to figure out a person that I could really put him into a category of what I could put him into, but I can't right now. I'm trying to think. Because Dirty Ghost, it was just one. I forgot the man's name, but it was one dude, and it was just a ghost. And within him, the ghost come out, fight for him and stuff like that. Then it came to be like 2 or 3 ghosts, then 4 or 5. It was a fight. It was a fight that Dirty Ghost got ripped apart. He got ripped into 3. Then one of them killed somebody and tried to get back, but the guy who carried Dirty Ghost within him rejected that ghost, and that ghost was going around town trying to find somebody else, but he found a little boy, and all of a sudden he changed to something different. And so, well, the little boy got the ghost. Jean Grey, the Phoenix. That's what I'm thinking of. Now, don't get me wrong. I know I shouldn't mix him up with Jean Grey because of the Phoenix, but in essence, that's basically what it is. He was just the guy was a host for this entity that was within him. Just like the Phoenix Force is an entity within Jean Grey that lives within her. But you get the logistic picture of that. So yeah. So what happened was he was the guy, the ghost that he had before went to this little boy, and there was a big fight. And the little boy presented his ghost, and the guy figured out that was his ghost, but looked different. And he looked at, and when the ghost was decapitated, literally got his head ripped off. He looked at it, and it transformed back into the original form that he used to have. Because, like I said, the ghost entity within this man looked like Black Spot, or even yet Nightcrawler when he poofs. The Black Spot, something like that. He looked, but more or less he looked like Black Spot. Just a big black ghost. That's why they call him Dirty Ghost. I had to look him up and check the name again, who the character was, but I forgot. So excuse me. And there was a woman who had a healing factor. I think it was Starburst or something like that. She was like a healer. Her body heals. She was married to a man who was cheating on her. He got infected with HIV/AIDS. I don't know if he got it from another man or from a woman that he was cheating on with. I don't know the situation on that, because they really didn't get, because the comic book didn't last that long to get in depth on what the thing. All you know is that he was using her to heal him, because she could heal anybody and anyone. And she was healing people. My cat's going crazy right now. I don't know why. My cat's going nuts. Ghost, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Running back and forth. What's wrong with you? What's wrong? Now you coming over here? What's wrong with you? Now she's going away. So yes. So her husband cheated on her, and she was using her to heal her or keep the virus at bay so it wouldn't affect him that much. So every time you go to the doctor say yes, your teeth, everything else, HIV is kind of low and everything like that. Blah blah blah. Make sure you get.
Now showcasing an out-of-this-world exhibition.
Make sure that you stay with her, keep her in luck.
It's just extraordinary to see something of this scale.
And then what happened was when she found out, kicked him out. So I don't know if he died or not or whatnot. And then on the other end of it, there was this black woman, black chick. She had the ability to stick on any. I put it in the mind Spider-Man. Okay. Oh no, one of the Morlocks. I forgot the name of the Morlock. Tar, I think it was Tar Baby. I think it was. Always like everything sticks to him. Well, this girl, she could make everybody or anything stick together. As long as if she touched you, she could connect you and y'all can like stick together. So I remember there was a time it was Star. That's when I remember when Star Brand. Okay, this is how you know Star Brand. But I don't remember because Star Brand was crossed over to the main Marvel universe. I don't know why they did that. They should have kept it in the new universe and let it die off like half of everything else they did. Because a lot of these people, I can say it like this: the characters in the new universe back in the 90s were far more better and more detailed than Marvel Universe characters. Now, could they compete with some of them? Yeah. Hulk and Mastodon? Nah. Mastodon and Thing? Yes, Mastodon will crush Thing. That's how powerful he was. He was that durable. Who else? Now let me go back to the Star Brand. I was talking about the Star Brand because this is what happened. The guy who had the Star Brand, Star Brand was supposed to be the most powerful thing in the new universe. He had the Star Brand on his chest, like right here on his chest, and he was going to put it on a dumbbell. He took it off his chest and it was in his hand. And when he slapped it on a dumbbell, it exploded, blew up. And this happened in Pittsburgh. Remember this, Pittsburgh, because there's something that happened. It's not in continuity with the main Marvel universe. Like I said, it's new universe, so it was like a separate thing. It's not in continuity with this, not canon with this, but a big explosion created a massive crater. They call it the Pit. Now everybody said no, they. I got the comic book. It was called The Pit. The Pit was basically a big crater in Pittsburgh. It's called The Pit. That's why it's called The Pit. Whatchamacallit? Looking for my remote weather report is on. I think I'm sitting on it. No.
And I think it's enough that it might actually
No.
Not ton, but coating on the grass, sure.
Can't find it. Oh, there it is. It's over here. Excuse me. Weather report. I gotta know what part of the weather is gonna be tomorrow. So yeah, so it made a big crater. So the U.S. government started getting all these paranormal people like DP7, another group of people called. There was a black in like a military setting. Blur was a speedster. The reason why they called him Blur was the simple fact that he was a speedster. He was really fast, and you couldn't really see him because he was always moving. He was always shaking. So if he stands still, he vibrates. He would just physically vibrating. Came to find out they was doing origin stories and stuff. And I remember Blur origin story a little bit. He was a fat mother. He was a huge guy. He was just eating burgers. He worked at a fast food restaurant. I don't know which, he was a manager of a fast food restaurant. I don't know if it was like McDonald's or Burger King, but it was like one of those, right? A fast food restaurant. So what he did was one day he was running. One day he was just run. Everybody see this fat guy running so fast. And remember, he was fat. He was like, "Yo, what's going on?" So he ran back. He was perspiring and stuff. So he was just eating a lot of burgers. Just start eating. He'll put you in with Quicksilver in the main Marvel universe and DC the Flash. Was he faster than the Flash? No. He wasn't faster than the Flash. Was he faster than Quicksilver? The thing is, like I said, the new universe characters will put you in the mind of the Ultimate Universe, sort of, because everything was like, everybody was like well grounded and stuff like that. They were well grounded. So yeah, it was very entertaining. It was like the book. I still got the books. I just gotta find them where they at. And he was like running around fast, but it got to a point where he was running so much, his metabolism was so fast that he became like look fit, man. For a black man, for a fat black man, yeah. Shoot, if I had that kind of power that my metabolism was so fast that it burns the calories, even when I'm standing still there, because when he was fat, when he was over, put it like this, when he was overweight, you could see him. You could see me. That's what he is. But as he got thinner and thinner to like a fit person, he was just like a blur. You couldn't really see him because that's how fast he was moving. That's how fast he was moving. He was moving so fast that you couldn't see him. You see a blur, so that's what they called him, blur. But he was that fast. He was running around. Something they was talking about, because what happened was when Pittsburgh literally blew up, his family got caught in the mix. Now, some people thought that it was like a nuclear bomb. It wasn't that. So that's why they started getting all these people ready for military, for war. They went so like the army, more or less like the army. They were like looking around, finding like what's going on. What can we do with this? What can we do with this? What we can do with that? Blah, blah, blah. All these people. So all of them was in a military setting. I remember I got a few cards. Like I said, I got a few to the display paranormals, but there's some other paranormals that were out there that was on their own, like Cypher. Yo, Cypher's. How can I say it? Cypher's was like the Power Rangers, or if some of us old school people, Captain Planet. Put it like that, Captain Planet. I'll put it like that. With the rings, Earth, Wind, Fire, Water, Heart. Okay, but these was like Cypher's were like more of like psychic kids. I think there were 5 or 6 of them. That's why I said Power Rangers, because Power Rangers and Captain Planet was there with 5, but Power Rangers like Tommy was 6. They always have like a 6 Ranger, but I think it was like either 5 or 6. I gotta look at the comic book again, but it was like 5. All these people had psychic powers or some sort. But what happened was, and that's a good thing about them. Is that when they got together, when they merged their psychic power, they formed one entity. I don't know if they all joined together or their psychic minds linked up together and created one entity, and it was called. That's what they call Cypher. Cause I don't know why he looked like a shaman, uh, Native American shaman. That's what I'm thinking. I think that's what it. I think that's what it was. I'm not sure, but I think that's what he looks like. I gotta really look at the comic book. I'll go back and look at the comic book. I'll let you know next week Friday about it. Cause I'll do more research. Cause like I said, I can't after the fire and stuff like that. All my comic books been spread around this place, so I gotta find all my comic books, pick them, find them, and collect them all back, get them back together again. But yeah, the Cyforce was the man. They were the guys. They were the guys. Yeah. And there was another one I had called Justice. Now, Justice, he was. There's two people I'm thinking about that Justice could put you in the mind of. Punisher and Moon Knight. Now, some people say, wait. How you can put those two together? Well, put it like this. The way Justice was looking, he had like white hair. I think he had a little mohawk going, or just like a little patch of hair going on, like a mohawk or something. I think it was a mohawk, or just white hair and a jacket. He put you in the mind of the Punisher. His mental state will put you in the mind of Moon Knight. Because remember, Moon Knight got multiple personalities. He got three. It's Moon Knight, a rich man, and like a taxi guy. I forgot their name because there's so many of them. He'll put you in the mind of that because he can't take aspirins. He can't take no type of drugs because it give him like hallucinations. Like any type of drug will make him hallucinate and go crazy a little bit. That's why I say put you in the Moon Knight because I think at one time Moon Knight was having an internal battle with himself and yeah, like really crazy. But if you take any type of even over the drug medication, he saw hallucinating, so he can't take drugs. Now his powers I kind of like. I said I wish I had that type of power too, because I think in his left hand it was like a sword. This was a sword hand. He could shoot blast of energy out of the left hand, or make it into like, or concentrate it into like a sword. Like it'd be like a energy sword, and he used to cut and slice. His right hand was a shield hand, called the shield hand, because it make these square shapes that he could project to protect himself. So it was like he was like more like a knight, like that modern the 90s type of knight. There was a character, the Black Knight. He just had a sword and shield, wore a winged horse and stuff like that. Yeah, but yeah, so excuse me about Punisher and put him like a knight, a shield in his right hand, a sword in his left, and he wasn't. Was he that powerful? He could have been. He could have been powerful. He could have been very powerful. Okay, he gives certain people a run for their money. Yeah. Who I'm thinking about? Tony Stark, Captain America, Spider-Man, Johnny Storm, the Thing. He could probably take on the Thing.
been there. We've all been there.
What other characters in the main Marvel he could take on? Nick Fury, he's just a human, but Justice could take him. Justice could probably take him on.
Rangers and Islanders will face an early off-season.
Doom? It depends. With Doom, it's hard to explain. Doom, it's depending on which Doom you're talking about. Because remember, Doom is it's like on par with Reed Richards as in intelligence. But he blends his science with magic, aka alchemy. So in that fashion, depending on which Doom you're talking about, Sorcerer Supreme, no. Infamous Superman, Iron Man, no. Infamous Spider-Man, no. Infamous Iron Man, no. Doom of early years, yeah. So you gotta remember, Doom always stayed in Liberia and always had robots taking off. But if it was just Doom, say like the first introduction of Doom in the Marvel Universe, yeah, Justice could take him, probably could take him out. I'm just saying it was Doom, but all these new variants of Doom and stuff like that, nah, he'll get crushed. He'll get crushed pretty easy. And who else could? The Punisher. The Punisher, he could probably. Punisher is just human, but he got a lot of arsenal. But yeah, you can take out the Punisher. He could easily take out the Punisher. Even though all that gunfire and stuff like that, you gotta understand, Punisher's still human. But he was a military person. Was Justice a military? I think it was Army or Marine. I don't know. But yeah, he could take out the Punisher. No doubt, Justice. But Justice did have an enemy. I forgot who his enemy is, because he wielded a sickle. And that sickle could go through his sword and shield together. So yeah, it could. I forgot his full name. But yeah, he could be easily taken out like that. And yeah, me and my bro was talking about DC. I was telling, let me tell you. I was telling my brother about the absolute universe that DC started, which is great. Now, I started reading it, but I got all my information from Comics Explained. Comics Explained, Rob. I forgot. I don't know his name is Rob. If you look for Rob Core, look for Comic Explained. He gives you a wealth of information. He's like an encyclopedia of comic books. He gives out a lot of in-depth information on DC and Marvel and other comics. He's on YouTube. You just gotta go through his playlist and just read. This man's great. Cause I knew about the new DC universe coming up, but I didn't know what it's gonna be. Yo, Batman is a beast. Like I told my brother, I went to a comic book store around somewhere in Brooklyn. I totally forgot, but I had to immerse myself into this comic book. So when I found him, like, yo, Bruce Wayne don't look like Bruce Wayne. This MF look like a beast. Ooh, this man, he was just if if Batman, if the main DC universe Batman saw the absolute power, absolute universe Batman, I think he would get scared. I really think he'd get scared out of his ass because that man, look, it's huge. I mean, his bat symbol on his chest, he chucked a stick in that mother. That motherfucker had an axe. How the hell you put a axe head on top of your chest, stick a handle up on that motherfucker, and motherfucker got an axe? How the hell you? What the hell is going on? He was a and another thing, yo, I'm gonna tell y'all straight up. It's like nostalgia for me because of the U universe. I love the U universe. I wish they kept that part going. Marvel, bring that shit back. Bring back the universe. Bring back DP7. Bring back Justice. Put the Star Brand back into the U universe. Some of the characters that were in the you that transfer over to the new universe from Marvel to the universe, bring them back over. Bring back Cyforce. Spitfire. Oh yeah, I forgot about her. Spitfire. Now, in the New York, there was like a Tony Stark type of character named Spitfire had armor. After a while, the armor affected her some way, giving her metallic skin like Colossus. She was just pure metal, just like Colossus skin, but totally different. But her thing because the suit she had was a prototype type of suit, but it with metal that was using it affected her in a way point that it mutated her skin and her body into a all metal. But yeah, I'm getting see I've been inside talking about comic books. Hey, Ghost, what you doing? What you doing now? Come here, cat. Cat been paying me no damn mind right now. No. Ghost. No. No. Whatever you thinking, no. But yeah, I'm saying I'm getting so excited. Me and my brother, I like talking to me and my brother talk about comic books and everything. I like talking to my brother. My brother is like the best. He's the best. He's younger than me, but he's the best. I love him. So we was just so but back to the story. The Spitfire, Tony Stark, metal suits and stuff, but he had control over his suits. This woman didn't, and it messed up her skin, making her metal, like living metal. And another character on there, I think. Yeah, I'm talking about Star Brand. Yeah, but back to the absolute universe. Now, I don't know if a lot of people notice this about how it happened. There was a run going on DCU called Absolute Power. Wanda, who got sick and tired of was like talking about keeping America safe, keeping the world safe from the metahumans and stuff like that. She started going around with the help of Green Arrow. Green Arrow saw the people as a spy, started feeding them her information and stuff like that, how to take out the superheroes. Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, The Flash, all the superheroes, even from the Justice League of America to Justice League, the Justice Society of America to the Justice League, and she was just taking out, and she made amazing. This is after the Brainiac saga, when the Brainiac created a queen for himself, a woman, ultimately for because Brainiac found out that he cannot take on more information, so he had to do something about it. So what he did was he created a woman to help to collect more data for him. Then he started making a whole bunch of kids for himself and stuff like that, everything. And then he he started fighting the Justice League, and his mother was the Queen Mother was Queen Brainiac was she was a bomb. She looked it nice. She was sculpted nice. Brainiac sculpted nice, real nice. His kids too was good and stuff, but they were they destroyed. I think they destroyed Brainiac, and they thought they destroyed the Queen Mother, but they didn't. She just lost her memories, and Wanda took her and started feeding her false information, and she started using her, and Green Arrow started using them to get all the powers and stuff from the superheroes like Superman, Wonder Woman, The Flash, Green Lantern, just siphoning off their powers with the Amazos, because the Amazos can adapt and take off. The Amazos will put you in the mind of Nimrod, the Ultimate Sentinel, because Nimrod would fight a mutant, analyze the powers, and come up with a counterattack. So he just constantly learning mutant powers, Nimrod. And then, so the Amazons did the same thing. They took the powers of the metahumans, like Superman stuff, and they became those superheroes. And it was getting more and more into doing a lot and whatnot. Then that's when, after that, then became Absolute Power. And after that became Absolute. Then it was a crossover. Then came over to Absolute Universe. Put that in a nutshell, because it's a lot of information. Y'all gotta get the comic book and read that. Or if you got DC Universe, go on there, read the comic book. So I'm gonna try to get the hard copy. So I really want the hard copies of those comic books. Get whatchamacallit. Yeah, but Batman, Wonder Woman, she don't. I don't know what arm she lost, but she cut off her arm. Cause they kept, what they did was, for the Absolute Universe, they kept everything somewhat in line, but it's separate. You gotta understand, when Darkseid took the power of the Spectre, God's vengeance, the Spectre's trying to leave, but Darkseid kept it in for a plan. Because Darkseid know that in every universe, I think there was a Darkseid. That's in the comic. I think that's what they say in the comic. I'm not sure. You gotta look at comic book explain, or even watch some of the things of King and Queen Lion on TikTok. To get a reference about what I'm saying. But if I'm not mistaken, I forgot who killed Darkseid, but somebody killed Darkseid. I think it was Superman who killed him. He killed Darkseid, and Darkseid released the Spectre. What happened was when Darkseid died, he made a new universe, a dark version of the universe. Because what he did was he made a offshoot of a new universe where Hope is the underdog. Where in this universe, where in the main DC universe, Hope is vast. Hope is all over the place. Hope is all over the universe. And Darkseid universe, you gotta fight for it. Try to get it. Just be my hope. Batman, family, mother, father didn't die. Let me put that out there. His father died, not his mother. And they're not rich. Far from it. They're not rich whatsoever. They're not. You know who rich is who? You know who? The Joker. The Joker in the DC in the absolute universe is a millionaire or a billionaire. In other words, what they did was take Bruce Wayne's wealth and gave it to the Joker. And the Joker doesn't look like the Joker. He looked like a regular person, but what they said about him is don't make fun of him. Don't just call him sir. That's why they call him the Joker. Which is kind of understandable. But after a while, I think there's like 4 or 5. They ain't too like, I think it came out in January. So January, February. No, I think they came out last year. So you talk about November. I think October, November, December. Because right now they in the part where Mr. Freeze is coming in. Yo, there's so much information I want to give y'all, but I don't got that much time. But like I said, go to Comic Book Explain. Go down the playlist. Look for the first issue of Absolute Batman, the first issue of Absolute Wonder Woman, and the Absolute Flash. Because they got Flash now. So you got Batman, Wonder Woman, and Flash. And Batman, you're 5 days in. No. Oh, damn. How can I forget him? How can I forget him? Superman. Yo, Superman is totally different in this universe. No, Superman didn't come to Kansas as a boy. He came as a teenager. The concept of Superman totally different. It is totally different. It's totally different from the main DC character Superman, where the thing is, everything almost stayed the same up to a point where his planet died, blew up. But on his planet, there was a hierarchy. You got the scientists and you got the regular people, miners and stuff. And the miners people had like an S on the chest. And I forgot what the sign for the scientists. But it was like the scientists were telling people, yeah, the planet's okay, planet's good, blah blah blah, yada yada yada. And Kal-El's family like went against the scientists, so they threw him in the mines. That's the S on it. That's the low class. I mean, the S on his chest means low class people, like not even milk up a poor class. There's a hierarchy, and the S on his chest was like that. So what happened? What happened was, yeah, how can I say it? The scientists knew that the planet was dying, and they made ships for only the scientists to get away. But what happened was Kal-El told everybody about it, put the information out there on the internet, and everybody knew. Now everybody's rising and stuff because the planet was dying, and now people trying to scramble. There's only enough room for a ship for a certain few people, but everybody trying to get off. And what happened was everybody in the ships were getting off the planet, and the planet started killing the ships and stuff. Kal-El's ship with his family on it, was mother and father on it, and him on it was like about to get caught up in an explosion. So what happened was they put Kal-El in an escape pod and it ejected him. And he came to Earth, but he came to Earth as a teen. Now the kids were all trying to have children. They couldn't have children, but they kept the concept of how up to that part with the kids and stuff. They kept that the same. They changed it a little bit, but the gist was the same. They adopted Kal-El, false documents and stuff like that. Code keeps coming out. Yeah. Yeah, he was like really damn, hold up. My call from my computer keep coming out. Yeah, because I'm sitting down on my bed. Oh, I feel bad now. A little bit, but yeah. Yeah, but Superman is a beast himself. They ain't do no. They didn't come to all. So Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, and Flash. Those are the four main characters now. So the next character they have to bring in either the Martian Manhunter or the Green Lantern. Most likely they'll probably bring in the Green Lantern, or even I would like to see Aquaman. How they put Aquaman into the fold. I would like to see Aquaman into this fold. It would be very good. But yeah, go to Comic Book Explain or King and Queen Lion. King and Queen Lion is on TikTok. Just look up King and Queen Lion. Look him up. He talks about Batman in his own way, but it's like how can I say it? He's an excellent comic book writer. I read some of his comic books from Black Sands and stuff. Good. If you got Black Sands, and some of y'all got Black Sands on app, go do it. Yeah, it's good. But we want more in depth and more content and more explanation. Comic Explain is the way to go. Those two people I do follow a lot. There's another one I follow, comics related, but how can I say, he don't really do much of explanations. I mean, he talks about comic books, but I don't think he do both in depth like Comics Explain. Because Comics Explain, Rob Core, he gets more in depth with the characters and stuff like that in the comics. He gets more in depth because he reads comics all the time. Like I wish I could have the time to do it, but I don't. But he's more in depth with the comics. He'll do just go through his thing. He'll explain what the comic book's talking about, explain the characters. Sometimes he'll go off on a tirade, not a tirade, but go off and talk about something else. But he'll always come back to the main thing at hand. So yeah, go check him out. He's very good. Comic book explain. Yeah, that's how I knew about Absolute Universe, and I went out there and looked for them. And I read them. I ain't had the money to buy them, but I read them right there in the comic book store. Yo, I'm telling you, start getting the Absolute Universe comic books. What you need to do, I told my brother what he needs to do is go with Absolute Power first. But if you want to go way back, way back, start with the Brainiac and Superman saga first, then the Absolute Power saga, then you could get into the Absolute Universe. If you get I don't know how many comic books there is, but because you gotta understand when you have different comic books, they have their jump offs. They have their jump off, like they have you have to read couple of things of Superman to get the gist of everything. You go look at Wonder Woman, Batman, stuff like that. Yeah, like crossovers, put it like that, crossovers until you get to the because that's what I used to do when I still got the comic books of Nightfall. But what I did was I got like 4 or 5 issues and before Nightfall to get a real good legitimate reason of the Nightfall's era, see what it's about and everything. And it was good. It's real good. Like I said, YouTube, Comic Explain, go down the playlist. He got all the playlists for all the things that's on there. Just look at it. You won't be disappointed. I'm telling you, he'll give you Comic Book Explain will give you a wealth depth on each comic book and what they're talking about. Because he do go through each comic book series to the main point of everything. Well, I got 2 minutes to go. I mean, this is the first time I had fun talking. Thank you, Ojel, for talking to me about the comic books and your comic book. I'm gonna get me and you gonna have a comic book war. We're gonna see how many comic books we could collect. We talked about the new robot too. I told him about the new robot. Bumblebee came out. It's very expensive, but I will buy it. You gotta understand. Now they got 4 out here. You got Optimus Prime, you got Megatron, you got Grimlock, now you got Bumblebee. You got all 4 self-transforming robots. Megatron transforms himself into a tank, Optimus Prime, the truck, Grimlock, the dinosaur, Dinobot, now Bumblebee, the Volkswagen Week. I'm loving it. I gotta get all 4. I have to get off. I have to get all 4 now. It's a must. If I could get these things for Christmas, I'm not opening them up till Christmas. I'm gonna let my children see it. Let my girls see my thing. They're gonna be some heavy, big boxes. So I gotta start making a lot of space and trying to find out where I'm gonna put the Christmas tree up at. I don't know if we're getting the real one or use the fake one we still got. I don't know. Probably get I think this year probably going in. We probably get a real one. Just keep that one as a backup just in case. But I'm gonna get I'm gonna get Optimus Prime. I'm gonna get Megatron. I'm gonna get Grimlock, and I'm gonna get Bumblebee. I'm gonna be hook or by crook. I'm gonna get all of them. By hook or by crook, I'm gonna get all of them. So thank you, my brother Ojel. thank you. I love you to death. And that's it for Shoot the Breeze. I love y'all. Thank y'all for listening to me. I'm going on the recap. I probably might go on TikTok on my phone. Do a 30-minute interview. Do a 30-minute thing on TikTok. Talk about that. Talk about everything. Probably not going to thing, but I shared my stuff on Facebook, X, and I try to get. But the thing is, for YouTube thing, you can't get it on TikTok. You won't do it on TikTok, so I'm just gonna go on TikTok, do my 30-minute thing, and call the night and go to bed. So this is Mr. Harvey from Shoot the Breeze saying thank you for listening. I hope help me get 100 subscribers to build up my platform. I beg of you, please help a brother out. Okay, subscribe to my channel, Mr. Harvey at youtube.com. Subscribe to my channel. All you have to do is subscribe. I'm not asking for no donations or nothing like that. I'm asking you to subscribe so I can build up my platform. And hopefully I can, if I get more and more people on, I can say I'll come back on around from 10 to 12, do a 2-hour show. Hopefully I can get people to help me edit it and stuff. I don't edit. This is just raw footage y'all getting right now. So thank you. The breeze calmed down. The sun has set. And I'll talk to you later. And remember, John shot second. Peace.